So a quick look in my glass cabinet. As you can see, there's a lot of nice collectibles in here, and the thing I'm going to talk about today is kind of a continuation from the last video I did on the channel. I was talking about the Commando movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I did a review of the LP soundtrack to that. In this one I'm going to talk about the Commando action figure made by Neca. As you can see, it stands alongside a few other items I've got in my glass cabinet here, so we're going to look at this today and see what it's all about.
Now, somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna pay.
So first off, this is the actual box that the thing came in, and we'll try not to get too much glare on this thing, but the cover of the box, as you can see, is fairly straightforward. It's just the artwork, similar to the LP record, the same photograph that you saw in the last video. On the inside, you've got a picture here of the actual figure itself. Obviously, the figure isn't contained in here, I've taken it out, but all the accessories kind of came in there as you would expect, and there's kind of like an explosion, fireball kind of behind that in the background, so that's the back of the thing. Now this is made by Neca, 30th anniversary of the movie, so that would have been 2015. Then this was supposedly coming out, so that's just the details on the box. I know that's important to some people. Yes, it's there 2015. And the back of the box itself as well, as you can see here, it's got some information on there. Retired Delta Force operative Colonel John Matrix lives a secluded life with his daughter. She's kidnapped by a brutal former team member seeking revenge. Matrix must travel to South America and get her back. Somewhere, somehow, someone's going to pay. I did mention in the last video I was talking about the soundtrack. That's a line from, well, it's the name of one of the songs on this, well, the song on the soundtrack. The rest of it's all score. There's also a tagline on the movie poster or some variation of that anyway. But this is just the artwork on the box anyway. Let's look at the actual figure itself. So this is the pose that I tend to have this thing standing at when I've got it on my shelf. It stands very well on its own without any extra, I was going to say actual or extra, without any extra stand on there. Stands pretty well by himself, doesn't tend to fall over. Of course, it's Arnie, so he's fairly sturdy anyway. I guess it's encoded into his genetics. If you make an action figure of him, it's going to be pretty strong. But yeah, these are the accessories that you get with the thing. This machine gun that he's got here is one of the main ones. He also has this as well, which you can put in his arm. Straps quite well over his shoulder. It's got a kind of the way it's kind of molded, it works just kind of hanging off the back of his shoulder here. It sometimes slips, that was one thing I'd noticed, but usually it's alright. The rest of all these things, he does also have a couple of extra things, like this knife here that slides. I think from memory, did it slide in? I'll just have a look. Oh no, that's actually part of it. I think I'm getting confused with a different figure that I've got. Yeah, that actually is part of the built into it. Bloody focus if we can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So yeah, those are actually part of the uniform. They don't slide in and out. But he does have a sidearm. He's got a pistol that does slide out of there as well. But the rest of these are fixed. That's the one. I think it was this knife here is the one that comes in and out. Yeah, there we go. I knew one of these did. Remember, it's been a while since I've bought this. I think from memory I got this off eBay around about 2018, maybe 2019. But when I bought it, I think it was quite cheap. I might have got it for 20 or 25 pounds. Buying this now, looking on eBay, they're well over £100. So I think snapping this up when I did was a good call. It is one of my favourite figures. Just the likeness on this is amazing. I mean, the profile as well, and the detail of veins on the neck and everything. Really is a nice figure, so I don't begrudge paying quite a lot of money when something is in such good detail. So as is the case with a lot of these Neca figures, they do tend to be quite expensive when you get them, but there is a reason for that. There's a lot of good work goes into these, a lot of skill. There is a Rambo, well, there's quite a few Rambo figures actually that I would love to get just to put alongside this on my shelf, but again, as is the case with this one, to do that is rather expensive, sadly. So maybe I'll find one reasonably priced, but again, you're talking a lot of money, like over £100. Sometimes I see them going on auction, and I'm usually tempted to bid. Sometimes you get them unboxed with a couple of accessories missing, so not quite as expensive, but there you go. So that's the figure. There are a couple of other accessories I've not shown you. Let's have a quick look. There's also this rocket launcher as well. I usually have this kind of stood by his feet. I think this bit comes out of the back, just like in the film. It pulls out. Have a quick look. Put it down. From memory, these come out. So I'm having difficulty doing this. Bear with me because I'm holding the camera. Yeah, it does pop out like that. So rocket launcher. That's what it does in the film. And there are some missiles as well. We've got these two. One of them looks like it's been spent, and the other one is just kind of normal ones. So yeah, pretty cool anyway. That's pretty much it. Like I say, if you look back on the channel, if you go to the channel, Brand X Reviews, there is a playlist of Commando related videos. Some of them aren't mine, but there's obviously the one that you're watching now. There's the review of the vinyl LP, which I recorded earlier today. And then there's one that I did about 6 years ago, back in 2015, where I was talking about the Blu-ray from, I think it was around about the same time. It was quite a recent release at the time. The director's cut, and I also talked a little bit about the history of the DVD and the various different cuts that the movie had over the years. There's also a few other videos in that playlist as well, so definitely check them out anyway. But for now, I will just leave it there. I mean, what else is there to say about this? Very impressive. But yeah, if you like this video, remember to like and subscribe, because it helps me know which videos are the ones that people want to see more of that type of content. So for now, I will leave it there and say thank you very much for watching.